Hey, this is Joshua Stern with Keller Williams Real Estate, and we're talking about short sales. Why? Because it's the first day of spring, April Fool's Day, and a lot of people are fooled by short sales, so we've been going through a bunch of questions thus far, and this is the last question I wanted to talk about, and it's whether or not you ought to be writing offers on more than one property. And hopefully you guys get my little shiny spot on this one. Can you see it okay? All right, great. So, writing multiple offers on properties. First of all, the short sale addendum in the state of Utah does state in there that the seller or the buyer could cancel a short sale at any time. You see, when you have an accepted contract, the accepted contract is between the buyer and the seller, and it's subject to third-party approval. So, the addendum that accompanies the real estate purchase contract here has some verbiage in there that allows the buyer or the seller to cancel the contract at any time before the bank actually gives an approval. So that said, a lot of times what happens is since you can't mentally move into these homes, you're going to go out, you might find 3 or 4 homes that you absolutely love, and you'll write an offer on all of them. They may be all of them short sales, right? You write an offer on all of them, and you're just waiting to see which one's going to get back to you first. I don't have a problem with that, but you need to make sure that you're working with an agent who will be in communication with the other parties. And so in the event that you know, one of those 4 properties comes back and you do get what's called a letter of release, which authorizes you to purchase that property from the bank, then your agent can go back to the other offers they have in and say, hey, we're going to cancel this contract. Because I can tell you from a listing agent perspective, there's nothing more frustrating than having a buyer who says, I want this property, I'll do anything to get it, I know the short sales take a little while, I'm willing to wait, just to find out that they're not actually willing to wait. My recommendation is you work with an agent who will keep good communication with the other party, because the risk that a seller has is if they go with your offer and they take 90 days, 120 days to get a response from the bank, and you back out of this deal, and you didn't ever educate the agent that you were going to back out on this deal, now that seller risks going into foreclosure. So I don't have a problem writing multiple offers on short sales, but I do want to make sure that you're working with an agent who will communicate with the other party. And I think that's about it for right now. Happy April Fools.